Looking for ways to save money? Well, Apple can help you do that with its new iPhone 3G. Bloomberg technology columnist Rich Jaroslawski is here to explain that you can still stay ahead of the pack without forking over the big bucks for the new thing, and that's the 3GS.
Exactly.
So your column basically is recommending kind of last year's technology, but still, it's one of the best things out there.
Yeah, well, you don't often get the chance to use the phrase Apple and save some money in the same sentence. But in this case, they've actually improved the iPhone 3G with some new software, and at the same time, they've cut the price to $99, making it, relative to the newer iPhones, a good buy.
And not only relative to the newer iPhones, right? I mean, I just had someone write in and say, how is the iPhone 3G relative to the Palm Pre or the new BlackBerry? It's pretty good relative to all smartphones, isn't it?
It is pretty good, and again, at 99 bucks, that's a pretty good price point. Now, in fairness, once you add in all the voice and data plans and everything, the iPhone is still not going to be cheap by the standards you and I would apply. But it is as powerful as the Palm Pre. It has a lot more software than the Palm Pre or the BlackBerry, and it's a good entry point for someone who has not yet used a smartphone, wants an iPhone, but really doesn't want to fork over close to $300 for the top of the line.
All right, so top of the line, for that little S on the end, the extra $200, what do you get?
You do get some nice things. You get expanded capacity. You can hold more songs, more videos, more photos. You also get greater speed, and the speed differential is appreciable when you compare the 3G and the 3GS. You get things like a video camera, the ability to shoot and even do a little bit of editing of videos on the phone. So you do get some bells and whistles. But if you're new to the smartphone game, how many times are you going to be out there shooting video?
And I got to guess you're going to get expanded capacity again in 6 months, and then in 6 more months, and then in 6 more months.
Well, the famous Moore's Law seems to apply to telephones as much as it does to personal computers, which is 18 months at capacity doubles every 18 months.
All right, for 1 second, let's talk about why it's faster. I don't get why this year's 3G network, which is the same, I'm guessing, physical network, is any different than last year's 3G network.
The networks that the two phones, the iPhone 3G and the 3GS, run on, they run over the exact same network. In the U.S., the AT&T network. So it isn't the network at all. What Apple's done is cram more hardware improvements, probably greater memory, a faster microprocessor into the phone. So the speed enhancements that you're seeing are not coming from the network, they're coming from the phone.
So bottom line, 3G is a big bargain here.
At $99 relative to the 3GS, as I say, it's hard to be able to use the phrase Apple and bargain in the same sentence, but you kind of can.
Although I got to point out, the kids a lot of times prefer other networks. I mean, when you buy the Apple iPhone, right, you have to be with AT&T. How much longer is that going to carry on? Well,
that's an interesting question. You do have to be with AT&T, and AT&T has had network challenges that they've discussed publicly on occasion.
Especially here in New York?
Especially here in New York. Some of the new features of the new operating system that Apple's introduced, the ability to use your iPhone as an internet connection for your computer, for example, the ability to send pictures and videos in a text message, AT&T can't support yet. So for somebody who wants to be able to do those things today, even though the iPhone does it, AT&T doesn't.
All right, well, I won't say what network I use, but I'd like to be able to drive through Central Park with my iPhone and not drop my calls. Rich Jaroslawski, thanks so much for joining us.